I'm actually ready. Yeah, I'm joined today by Bevan from Meister Carbon Cleaners.
That's correct. Yes.
That's correct. Okay. All right. Good to go. Welcome back, ladies and gents. I'm Josh from D Freak Media. Welcome back to another episode of Brag with Your Brain. Today we are out with Bevan. Thank you so much for taking the time to take the time. We are out at Meister Carbon Cleaners. Thank you so much for taking the time to have a chat with us, my man. I really appreciate also, I'm saying this on camera, I didn't say it to you before, but thank you very much for reaching out for the sake of the podcast and for plugging people who are unaware of your product or service and where to get a hold of you.
So what must I say?
I'm saying thank you. So as the podcast goes, how your idea turned into a side hustle and basically how you maintain it.
Okay.
Do you want to give us a bit of a background there for the business?
Sure. So basically, it started with my vehicle. Now, I drive a Golf 7 GTI, and it was probably like a year old that time, and I noticed that there was carbon buildup in the exhaust.
Okay.
So I started doing some research, man.
Okay.
And most of the guys, I found out that nobody does it. There's no one that, or a product that can actually clean out the carbon in your vehicle. So I went onto the internet, did some deep search, and I found this company. I'm not going to mention the name of the company though.
Okay.
And I got in contact with him, and I asked him how does the product work and all that. And then I found out that there was a guy that they actually put me in touch with another guy in Joburg that have a machine here in South Africa.
So I'm assuming this is an offshore company outside of South Africa, and this guy is something like a regional
technology.
This guy's like the regional salesman or distributor. Yeah. Okay, cool.
So he contacted me, and I asked him to do a demo, and I drove up to Joburg. On the way there,
you drove to Joburg for a demo?
Yes. Well, okay. Yeah, I'm not going to mention the other personal things, but I went for the demo.
Yeah.
Mainly in October last year. And then, obviously, the reason why I drove so far, I thought of it before then. This is an opportunity because there was nobody that's doing carbon cleaning, and I already saw there's a gap in the market.
Okay.
So to make things right, or myself, I just chose no look up. Let me go to Joburg, and I did a hour test with a guy. Sorry, but I felt it immediately. The Saturday I did the carbon clean. The Sunday I drove back to PE, and without a lie, I monitored on my way to Joburg. It was 8.6 liters per 100 kilometers, and I could get 585 kilometers per tank.
Okay.
Which means I had to throw in 3 times 1,000 kilometers.
It is a hectic drive, yeah.
You understand? So when I on my way back, I could get 7.1 liters per 100 kilometers from that 8.6.
Okay.
And 616 kilometers on the tank.
So you came down from 3 tanks to give or take 2 tanks.
2 tanks, yeah.
Okay.
And that was more than 30%
increase
in fuel consumption.
Yeah, okay. So that's definitely a big leap. I haven't heard or spoken to anybody who's taken a leap of faith, if I can put it that way, to go all the way out to Johannesburg for some research. But before we get into the significance or the importance of your service, I want you to talk to me a little bit about what was happening around you at the point. Do you have another job where you're not working, or what is the setup or the background story if you had that moment?
My background, basically, I stopped working in 2017 when I lost my job, and I just decided, look, I'm not going to go look for another job. I'm always wanted to be my own boss, an entrepreneur. So I started with digital marketing. The first month, I made about 22K, way more than what I used to in 2017. And from there, I just started doing my own thing.
Okay.
And then in 2018, I started with Telkom,
Okay.
but as an independent agent, not
Okay.
working in a store, in a shop. I wanted to do it my way.
Yeah.
So I saw the independence route was a good way, and I'm still doing it.
Yeah.
I'm still doing it. I sell all the internet, the telecom packages for telecom. So all the internet, fiber, LTE, all those
Okay.
things I do.
So people in the area could
Yeah.
possibly get in contact with you. Is that now specifically northern areas or anywhere in PE?
Anyway in South Africa.
Anywhere in South Africa. Okay.
I actually got all the access of telecom systems here from home.
Okay, that's dope. That's
Telkom
quite.
has like they call it the direct sales force. So there's a team in PE. There's in every region there's a team. So I'm part of that
Okay.
since 2018, and I get if I can call it a passive income from that.
Yeah. There's a lot of similarities between me and you, eh? Believe it or not, I'm also actually a qualified IT guy.
Yeah, I studied IT.
Me too. I'm not even playing in here. We are sitting in a garage talking about the business in cars, eh?
Oh yes.
Funny way the world works. Be that as it may, this is just a short intermission for, I don't know who they are, but I've got 2 subscribers from outside of South Africa.
That's cool.
I'm assuming that they were people from PE and moved abroad. If not, thanks for finding us. Thank you, YouTube SEO. We like you guys too. So on the topic of you're going to get this demo, right? You currently unemployed individual, right?
Basically,
Okay, and then what happens next? Because I mean, for people that are not here in PE at the moment, this guy, I would say, arguably drove at least, I would say, 1,100 kilometers, nah?
yeah.
So give or take. With the toll roads, I don't know if there were any stop and goes, I would assume so. 2017, I traveled down also had, I think it was on the N10, there was still a stop and go, right?
Yeah, there was one stop and go
Mm.
on the way. I can't remember now, but
Mm.
the toll roads, I think there was three
Yeah.
three toll roads, yeah. I went to.
Okay. So what happens next for you? So you get to meet this gentleman and he shows you the product and the service. What happens next for you?
Okay, so what I decided after that, I I wanted to invest. No, I decided to invest, but I didn't invest with that guy, with
Okay.
the company from South Africa.
Okay.
So I contacted the manufacturer in the UK directly, and I told them, look, I want to buy a machine. They accepted, and then, but on this terms, that they don't have their branding on the machine, because I wanted to start a brand in South Africa.
Okay.
So they sent down the machine I took. They didn't put the branding on.
Okay.
So it's almost like you can call it white labeling, with your brand on.
Okay.
I got an agreement with him as well. And you can only, if you want to start a business with this company, that you need to buy 10 machines. So you need about $1 million
Yeah.
to get machines in if you want to start your business.
Yeah.
You understand?
Okay.
Like I needed to protect myself, because you do get copycats. So if they see, oh, I can also do this.
Yeah.
You understand? So in that way, I protected myself. And I've got agreements in place. I've got an indemnity form as well for every client that comes in, because obviously this machine it uses hydrogen gas, so you can't really see what's really happening mechanically. It's actually not mechanical; it's more scientific. With the hydrogen gas, it goes in with the intake, you plug it in with the intake, the car need to run. So, say I've got 3 sessions, say for argument's sake, you come for 45 or 60 or 90-minute session. Now, depending on the condition of your car, I would advise do a 60 or do a 90-minute, and the mileage of the car as well. So when, say for argument's sake, we do a 60-minute, then the car needs to idle. I will rev it up to 2,000, 2,500 revs max while it's running.
Yeah.
And this gas goes in at the same rate that your oxygen goes in. So it doesn't blow any gas. It comes out and it sucks. It gets sucked in. Like when your engine, if you rev your throttle and it sucks.
Okay.
You see. So it sucks, and that mixture of oxygen and the hydrogen gas with the fuel, that then creates it heats up to a certain extent
Okay.
that it melts the carbon and breaks it down into small particles and let it go out of the exhaust. So
Okay.
in that whole process, it actually starts in your intake. If your car got a turbo, it will clean your turbo veins, it will clean the combustion chamber. It will go all the way through the exhaust. You have a cat install, or if a diesel car, you can use petrol and diesel.
Okay.
Your DPF, your EGR valve, your exhaust system, it goes out with it.
Harmless.
Harmless.
Okay.
Non-invasive, meaning I don't open anything, I don't loosen anything. The only thing that I loosen is to plug this thing in by the intake.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay. One thing I do have to ask you though, because this business is basically called carbon cleaner. Obviously, I'm driving a fuel injection car at this present moment in time. Is there any reason for concern, or is it it works for carbureted cars and for fuel injection?
Carbureted and fuel injection, petrol and diesel,
Okay.
trucks as well.
Okay.
This is a 34,000 cc machine, which means if your car 34 liters, if you have an aeroplane that's combustion chamber, that has combustion chamber, you can clean it as well.
Okay.
This works with the airflow system.
Okay. We're going to take a dive into the matrix of the car world very shortly. I just want to get into, you said that you do independent sales and you're doing digital marketing, and you've obviously reached out to people that are offshore. They're not in South Africa, the manufacturers now, basically. So what is the learning process like? How long did it take for you to actually perfect the craft
In terms of,
for the cleaning?
okay. Now, when I got the machine, they obviously got instructions on how to use it.
Okay.
And it's so easy to use it, man. I didn't need to go and actually learn how it works.
Okay.
It's simple, plug it in, like I explained. My 11-year-old son can do it. That's why it's not mechanical. You don't need
Okay.
to go to study for this.
Yeah.
You understand? The machine does all the work for you.
Okay.
The only thing that I needed to learn was the diagnostic part of it. Because I do diagnostics as well. That diagnostics machine, I do it before and I do it after.
Okay. To measure the results, basically.
100%.
Okay.
Because what I also notice is with every car is different that comes here.
Yeah.
Some cars come here smoking, some cars just come here for preventative maintenance.
Yeah.
With no issues. The cars that smoking, that I needed to learn out the electrical part of the car, the sensors, MAF, your oxygen sensor, because that also plays a big role with it where carbon is concerned. I've noticed that what I've learned was your electrical sensors, it's there for to give a reading, but it gets picked up, then you think the sensor's faulty. It's telling you something else. You need to get to the cause of the problem. And I've seen that the carbon related side, it basically masks itself as an electrical fault. Because how do you measure this? How do you know how much carbon is in your car? You don't.
I have no idea.
You understand?
I'm not gonna lie.
So with diagnostics, it will pick up, it will tell the MAF sensor is faulty. Well, it picks up that DTC, or it will pick up the oxygen sensor. Now, it's one of three things. I'll do the carbon clean, then the oxygen sensor goes away.
Yeah.
It's electrical. You thought it's electrical,
Yeah.
but it's actually carbon related. It was dirty on the inside because I think plugged in by the cat.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You see, it's just dirt. Goes away. Same with the map and the map. The map will tell you it's the reading, its sole purpose is here to tell me how much oxygen comes in.
Yeah. Okay.
So if the amount of oxygen coming in and that reading is out, it can do live readings on diagnostics. It will tell you. You understand?
Yeah.
Now I do a carbon clean, I clear the fault, it doesn't come back again. Because
Okay.
the source
root-
of the root,
Root cause has been sorted out.
100%.
Okay. Let me ask you this though. With regards to the whole business now, I think we do have a couple of electronic cars in South Africa that is obviously more popular in the offshore market. Does this mean that your business will be at risk for that, or does it accommodate as well for electric
It
cars?
doesn't accommodate the electric because electrical cars is not combustion
Okay.
engines. So I wouldn't say it will probably be a long time in South Africa before we really move over to electrical.
Yeah.
You
No.
understand? But it does hybrid cars as well.
Okay.
Yeah. The engine side, the combustion
Yeah.
side, it does hybrid as well. Yeah.
Okay. Last question before we move out of the product specifically now is how do people get in contact with you?
Okay.
Are you now a work from home business owner? Do you have a shop that you're operating from? Do you work on call outs? What does it
Okay.
look like for you?
I work on call outs and customers can come to my house
Okay.
to do the carbon clean.
Okay.
And they can get into contact with me on Facebook, Instagram, as well as TikTok.
Okay. I'm going to have a list with these details down below. If you've got a digital poster, you're more than welcome. I'll use it as the advert for today. So I'm going to let the expert be the expert here. I'm not really clued up on this whole process. I'm learning as we're recording this. Just a strange story. As I said, we actually met at my current workplace and we have a mutual friend. He told me about the product and you can ask him, drop it in the comments. I told him, don't tell me anymore. Let's have it on the pod as we agreed. The reason for that is you can't pay somebody. I've said this countless amount of times. You can't pay for the first reaction. So before we go into that, just one more question for this business of service is what is your target market? If I could give you a microphone for your product at this point in time or your service and say cars older than 10 years, people that drive around 1,000 kilometers a week, or is it just a preventative measure to keep your car healthy on all fronts?
On all fronts, it's a preventative measure.
Okay.
Because all vehicles, that's my target market.
Okay.
And if I had to, I would go fleets, trucks, your logistics, you understand, those kind of businesses, but as well as the environment. That's also my target market.
Okay.
Because this machine actually lowers the emissions on the vehicle.
Okay.
So Ramaphosa just signed into law on the 17th of March that it's a global warming act that they want see 350 to 450 tons of CO2 out of the air by 2040. So with my business, for every carbon clean you do, it lowers the emissions on your vehicle. In that front, I'm helping the environment as well.
Okay. Go green.
Go green.
Sorry, I got a confused look on my face. It's always confusing, if I can put it that way, the way they measure things. In my mind, carbon is a gas. So gas shouldn't be measured in a weight. I would assume, but this is just me, sorry. So apologies for that. But that's really something good then in the long term because you not only prolonging the vehicles, but also our planet going ahead.
100%.
Is there a cut off, like a point of no return for a vehicle that comes in here, or you just haven't experienced it before?
When it's too far already, is when you see your vehicle smoking, like when it's oil rings. Oil rings or the car is, in most cases, guys that come in here, because it's smoking, they want that smoke gone. Now, obviously, it's emissions coming
Yeah.
up. So when it's too late or past the point of just preventative maintenance, it's when you need to go mechanical, the mechanical route of doing an overhaul on your engine.
Okay.
You see?
Hundreds.
But then still, even after your overhaul, in most cases, they will send the head in, but the block is still there.
Yeah.
You understand? The block is still dirty. Come for a carbon clean after you've done the overhaul. I've had cars here, they've done overhauls, cars are still smoking. I've done a carbon clean because your exhaust is still dirty. Nobody touches it. Your turbo is still dirty. Well, you get turbo guys, but that is only when you have a problem with your turbo. Then you would take it in.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
understand? So preventative, I'm basically the middleman here. New car, prevent, mechanical,
Yeah.
reactive.
Okay. So you basically work hand in hand.
100%.
If you could, what is the word? Prescribe the service to somebody. How many times a year do you think would be good to do something like this for your vehicle? I'm gonna put this in a. It's difficult to ask you a question like this because it'd be like you said, new car, fleet car, all of those things. Let's say give or take something it has 5 years plus.
My answer to you would be you can do it as many times as you want. It all depends on the condition of your vehicle.
Okay.
But do it as a service. Do it as use it as when you do your oil service, you do a carbon clean, then you do your service. Why I say do the carbon clean first and then the service? Remember, it's oil that needs to be lubricated.
Yeah.
Clean oil that will go into your vehicle.
Okay.
Now you do the carbon clean after, for argument's sake. And loose carbon comes loose, oil gets dirty again.
Okay.
So just rather clean engine, fresh oil.
Okay.
You see,
Yeah.
I see this as a missing piece for vehicle maintenance.
Okay.
Because if you keep your engine clean, your fuel, your consumption will stay the same, and not like you start doing it only after 100,000 kilometers and you notice your car is sluggish. Do it every service.
Okay. When we talking about the headline of the podcast for how your idea turned into a side hustle, now you maintain it. You're very knowledgeable about your product. That's something either way, very good. Obviously, I've asked some in and outs and about. Before we go to the break, I just want to know what is it like, in your opinion and your experience, to be a owner operator? Because I mean, I always say this, that thank you for taking the time to take the time, but in your experience and in your environment, what is it like to be an owner operator? I mean,
Operator.
just in overall, because I mean, if you're not there, something doesn't happen. And I can only assume the level of knowledge and experience that you've got, it's not something you're gonna teach somebody in a couple of hours. You know what I mean? So it's also like the hard point of winter for us now. Flu season is coming up. I had it bad. So obviously, if you a one-man show and you kind of, God forbid, you get sick with flu or something like that, what is that like in your experience?
Okay, I haven't experienced that yet. Where health may, for example, would
No, not
stop
health
me from.
specifically,
No,
but I
I'm
just
just
mean
saying,
as example.
as an example, stop me from doing an appointment, having
Okay.
to cancel. Now, the way I operate is this machine has its own calendar. So you would do booking, work on a booking system. If you book a carbon clean for Saturday, for example, it will be that time. This machine, I will let you come to me rather. You understand? The machine will run. Somebody needs to just rev it.
Okay.
Wherever I use a crutch,
Okay.
my father's crutch,
Yeah.
plug it in there, accelerate, get it to it's 2000 revs and I let it go. Put the timer on.
Okay.
So it's based on time.
Yeah.
90 minutes, 60 minutes, 45 minutes.
Okay.
You see?
Okay. Just last question before we're going into the break now. For these intervals, you mentioned that there's a 45-minute, a 60-minute, and
A 90 minutes.
a 90-minute. What are your packages looking like here? Just more or less.
For 45 minutes, it's 800 rand.
Okay.
I just basically have 200 rand increments. increases.
Okay.
60 minutes is 1,000 rand, and your 90 minutes is 1,002.
1,200 rand.
Yeah, but that's also depends on the capacity of your engine,
Yeah.
because the bigger the capacity, the more gas it will use. You
Okay.
see? So the prices increased depending on from 1 to 2 liters. That's the price, 800, 1,000, that one too. From your 2.1s to 4 liters, that is 1.2 for a 60, and for a 90 is 1.5.
Okay.
You see, your 5 liters, like maybe your Ford Mustangs,
Yeah.
that would be 2 grand. You see, for a 90 minute, and then 1.8 for a 60 minute.
Okay. Okay.
It's basically just 200 rand increase based on it.
Okay. So before we break out of here, just a silly question. What's the worst car that's come rolling through your door?
The
You don't have to mention the person's name. I'm looking for the
No.
answer like
The worst car, 1.2 diesel and a 1.2 GT Polo, both Polos. The GT diesel car, I did a 2-hour DPF clean. So I have a DPF clean option as well. So I have it's just how long you run the machine. The DPF clean I had to do, that car literally had no compression. I had to drive first, second with that vehicle on the road. And I did the 2-hour clean. After that, I had to do force regeneration with a diagnostic tool. Force regeneration, to explain it to you, is basically all diesel cars as a DPF, a diesel particulate filter. So that filter gets dirty.
Yeah.
And it clogs up with ash.
Okay.
So if it clogs up, it basically, the heat, what it does, it recirculates exhaust gases. So the exhaust gas will go back to the turbo, and it can break your turbo because that heat is too much. So what happens to the car? It goes into limp mode to protect itself. You see? So then you need to do a regeneration if it can't regenerate itself. Your smaller vehicles, like your 1.2s, 1.4, and 1.6 diesels, the capacity of that engine is, it doesn't heat up too much enough in order to actually do a regeneration on its own. For 1.9s, 2 liters regenerates on its own. It's actually almost like when a regeneration happens, there's fuel going to the DPF. No? Now, when it heats up, now the ash is actually unburned fuel laying there.
Okay.
It actually starts exploding. Now, I don't know if you threw in a carb cleaner in the tank.
I used to spray once upon a time. Carburetor cleaner.
Yeah, it's for the diesel. If you throw it in, but you throw it in a tank, it goes through your fuel system.
Yeah.
You will just see a puff of smoke. It's because that ignition of that DPF to get rid of the.
Yeah. Okay. Now
That's how it regenerates itself.
Okay.
Now with forced regeneration, you need to use the diagnostic tool.
Okay.
To force it to happen.
Yeah.
But there is something that can happen. That thing gets so hot, about 600 degrees Celsius, 750 degrees Celsius. Yeah. If your exhaust heats up and there's no protection, the car can burn.
Hectic.
That's worst case scenario.
Yeah.
For DPF regeneration.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's your fanciest car that rolled in here before?
Fancy car?
Don't use the word fancy, luxury. What's the nicest car in your opinion you've seen?
Yeah. I think the nicest car was probably mine. But I think it was the 200 CLA 200 Mercedes Benz, 48,000 on the clock. But it had some engine issues. Did a carbon clean. Immediately the following day, he bought his Mini Cooper as well. Okay. Because he bought it on the auction. Man. This guy bought it on the auction, and you don't know what you're buying. So he thought he actually wanted to do a revamp because I do tuning as well,
Oh, okay.
performance tuning. I partner with Ultratech SA.
Ultratech SA.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Also a guy that works from home like me, and we do mobile tuning.
Okay.
Go to you, don't need to. We also do road dynos.
Okay. I've heard about road dynos.
Yeah.
I've never done it before yet.
So that is also a service that I offer.
Okay.
Tuning, performance tuning, and road dyno. So yeah, it's
Yeah. Lot of fingers in lot of pies, eh? But let's take a commercial break. We're gonna be back shortly. Check out this advert, eh?
coming. Hi, my name is Bevan. I'm from Meister Carbon Cleaners, and I'll be doing a carbon clean on this Opel Corsa 1.4. Am I right?
You're right.
Perfect. So, what happens when you do a carbon clean? You will connect the gas pipe to the intake, and it will run. Once I switch it on, it will run for an hour, about an hour, while the car is revving up to 2000 RPM. Just tighten this thing here. Okay. So basically, what generally happens with a vehicle is car will either be sluggish or it will be heavy on fuel. That's the type of customers that would come in here. But the main target is preventative maintenance. So before it becomes sluggish and before it starts using fuel or feel heavy on fuel, you should do a carbon clean. Should also always do a carbon clean just before your oil service, just so that your oil don't get dirty after if you do a carbon clean after. But this is the missing piece for vehicle maintenance. Combine the two, your car will run for much longer and also be lighter on fuel, and you feel the power of your car. You won't lose that sluggishness or feel sluggish, you know. So yeah, let's start this carbon clean. The benefits that you will feel, is immediately after this, you will feel throttle response. Now, like I said in the beginning, this gas that it combines with the oxygen that comes in, and it's scientific. You can't really explain or see what's really happening because it's not mechanical. You're not fixing something.
Okay.
So how you will feel is through your throttle response.
Okay.
And as you drive your car, you will see your car will be lighter on fuel.
Okay.
It all depends on your foot, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it also, yeah, power. You'll get power back. If you must put this car on a dyno tomorrow, I don't know if you've done a dyno before, but you'll see a difference. I'll make an example with my car. I did a carbon clean. There was a dyno day by Nazim.
Yeah. 2 weeks back, nah? Last week.
I did last week again,
Okay.
but when I did my first carbon clean, I actually gained 200, it was 252 kilowatts. The first time I done it, when I bought the car, it gained 2 kilowatts and
Okay.
5 Newton meters of torque just from cleaning the engine.
Okay.
Yeah. So let's start with the diagnostics. First, I'll do diagnostics. I don't know if you're gonna have a camera here or what.
No, this is something very interesting to see, and this is kind of like taking a laxative for your car, the way I'm understanding it now with the carbon fuel emission. So I'm very curious to check this out. The reason why we probably not gonna have the diagnostics and things on cameras, I don't like doctors. Not that I've got anything against you, but I don't like doctors and I don't like hospitals because I feel like you go there for like my ear. Let me not make super examples, but I feel like you go there for one thing and you come away with a different thing. So we're probably gonna have this on a time lapse, which means it goes very, very fast. And hopefully the carpmeister here has got some good news for me when he comes out to the surgery there. Eh? So first things first, if you are not a trained professional like myself. Rather leave it to the experts. Take all your safety precautions, the gloves, the masks, your working area, and all those beautiful things. Full disclaimer: do not try this at home. Do not try this at home. And let's check what happens. Huh? Short for tuning in. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. So welcome back everybody to Brag with the Brain. Still out here with Meister Carb Cleaners. Thanks so much again, Bevan, for hosting us and for obviously the demonstration. We're gonna have a little bit of a time lapse that you guys can check out. I'll drop it out as a short, just so that the guys can basically see what is happening. So just a few wrap-up questions with regards to the service and the business. Is there a trend or a brand that you're seeing is coming more towards you, like VW cars, Toyota cars, or something like that? Or at the moment, is it just cross-board?
It's cross-board, but mostly VW cars and your chef cars that I see coming.
Okay, yeah. And no luck yet with regards to like fleet, maybe taxis or trucks or something like
I've done it. I've done a taxi,
Okay.
but not a fleet of taxis.
that? Okay.
Courier each, one van. But in the pipeline, hopefully, I'm not going to jinx myself here,
Yeah.
but I might do a few trucks in Alexandria. So
Okay. Yeah, good luck with it. Definitely good luck with it. With regards to your longevity, obviously we had a word now about off camera about how long you've been doing this and the plans going forward. You want to maybe just close us out with something like that?
yeah, I've been in business for about 8 months now.
Okay.
I got the machine in on the 24th of December
Okay.
and launched the business in January.
Okay. Nice. Nice. Where do you see you going forward? What is the dream here?
On the whole plan, yeah, our plan, like I say, this is the missing piece for vehicle maintenance. So the whole goal is to standardize carbon cleaning. Because I really think that it makes a difference in vehicles personally and also the environment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. One last question just from my side. This is just me thinking out aloud. What is the effect of this? Obviously, you said that for your own vehicle, if we can put it as a guinea pig, basically. What does this mean for a vehicle? We mentioned the catalytic converters, we mentioned fuel injection, we mentioned carburetors. What does this mean for people that have performance or aftermarket exhaust, like maybe have a branch on or a free flow system on?
Same principle applies.
Same principle, right?
Same principle applies. Only the nice thing is with your cat delete, obviously, you remove some restrictions.
Okay.
And obviously, carbon buildup is still a restriction, and
Okay.
you still need to do that.
Yeah. And in terms of well, obviously, you know, I'm a science guy. In terms of the other car industries, maybe like your drag racing or your spinning.
Oh, yes, especially the drag vehicles. They use more fueling. Everything is exaggerated when it comes to tuned vehicles.
Okay.
You understand? So, burning of fuel, burning of oil, it builds up more carbon.
Okay. So
And-
that in theory is more
Yeah.
people that would require your service, right?
Oh, yes. I'll make an example of my own vehicle. I've
Yeah.
got a stage 1 tune in it. Ever since the tune, I had to carbon twice a day.
Okay.
Because it's and also vehicles that have problems like PCV valve,
Yeah.
oil problems. Oil, especially your oil is burning, your fuel is burning, it doesn't ignite properly. It makes your engine dirty.
Yeah.
It needs carbon free.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Just for the sake of the viewers, is there anything that worst case can go wrong in a process like this with the vehicle?
It's harmless. Like I say, it's non-invasive. But like I said, hydrogen gas, if I had to explain it in this way, it's basically water. It's partial water going through your engine.
Okay.
Now, because it's using the gas and it's burning up, it can't basically puddle or
Okay.
create water.
Okay.
You understand?
Yeah, yeah.
So nothing can happen in that sense. Only when you do a DPF regeneration, but that has nothing to do with carbon cleaning. You need
Okay.
to do it on diagnostics. Your vehicle can burn. That's the worst case scenario, which is part of my work as well.
Yeah.
If I need to do a regeneration.
I want to talk to you a little bit about, you mentioned that you're doing some tuning as well,
Yeah.
right? Do you have a specific brand that you're working with? I know off by heart, you might obviously know better because you're a subject matter expert, but I know we have Sastec out there, we've got Spitronics out there, we've got Dictator out there. I think that's the three I know off by heart. Do you work on a specific module or?
No, well, that is, if you look at Spitronics and Dictator, that is just basically your ECU,
Yeah,
a management system.
yeah.
It has absolutely nothing to do with it. But if you look,
No, I
talking
mean for
about,
the tuning part now.
yeah, no, I don't do that.
You don't do that.
No. I do strictly ECU tuning on your ECU that's standard in your car.
Okay.
Or
Okay.
replacement of the file, obviously, tuning and putting a stage 1 or stage 2 on the ECU. Yeah.
Are you at liberty to say which brand, just for interest sake?
Ultratech.
Ultratech.
I use Ultratech. I don't physically do it myself. I've got a guy from Ultratech that I partnered with, and I use them to do the tuning.
Okay.
And we basically one company now.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's different branches basically. Okay.
Yeah, it's two different businesses came together as partners and partnered together to make a difference.
Okay.
Cool.
Before we get out of here, I'm just gonna ask you, but this is now not you as a businessman. This is you speaking to me now. So you're not affiliated with your business or mine. It's
Okay.
just to kind of get the feel for what you are like as a car guy. So if you had a choice to choose between a Nissan or a Honda, what would you choose?
I'm a VW guy, but I would probably go for Honda.
You probably go for Honda. If you had to choose between VW and Toyota, which way would you go?
VW. Obviously.
VW, okay. If you had to choose between having a DSG gearbox or manual gearbox, which way you leaning?
Both.
Both.
Because I experienced both. But DSG gives you that just the comfort
Yeah,
and quick changes. With manual is more physical. You can feel the car more.
yeah.
You know, you're more part of the vehicle, experiencing
100%.
it. I like that. So, but I'm spoiled now with the DSG, so
Yeah.
I'll go DSG.
Okay. I want you to give me a shout out to your favorite brand of oil and your favorite brand of tires, regardless of the budget.
Okay. Shout out to Liqui Moly.
Liquid Moly.
Liqui Moly, the Molygen brand.
Okay.
I use it because the Molygen is an additive in that oil. It's the Molygen, the green one. I have a bottle I can actually show you.
Okay.
But Molygen.
Okay.
Liqui
And for
Moly
tires?
For tires, I would go for Michelin.
Okay.
Quite expensive, but it's there. It sticks.
It's there. So
Yeah.
good, no? Good. If you had a choice, like I mentioned, the aftermarket management system is now any car of your own. Let's go with your car. Aftermarket management, if you could or if you would, which one?
Based on experience,
Yeah.
I had a Golf 8 valve back in the day with a dictator management system. Simo, shout out to you.
Shout out
You
National Performance.
always fueled my car, and yeah, no, I never had issues with that.
So
I
dictator
would
for the
go
winner.
dictator, yeah.
Okay. Drag car, spinning car, or a stand car for you?
I would go drag.
Drag.
I'm a adrenaline junkie.
Okay. 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 No problem.
Watch
No
dance as well.
Yeah.
Dance as well.
Must come check us out. Check us out. The electric community. Last thing I wanted to comment on for us just is the uniqueness of businesses in PE. So this is not specifically you, not specifically me. One of the reasons I started the podcast is basically to give a microphone or a speaker to business owners such as ourselves, basically to amplify or to spread their wings. What do you think business is like at the current moment for us in PE?
Business.
Holistically, as a business owner.
No, I don't know how to answer that. Can we cut that part and we just come back to that?
Okay,
Come back
nah,
to
no
it.
problem, no problem.
This thing is making a noise here. So I can't think now.
Nah, no problem, no problem. I just want to say again, thank you very much, bro, for your time. I really appreciate. Before we even get to the service, as I said on camera earlier, and I had a word with him when we met, and before this, it's really been a pleasure. Thank you very, very much for inviting us into your home, into your workshop, showcasing your knowledge and your skills. I've definitely learned something. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know in the comment section if you've learned anything. I just want to wish you well on everything that is coming for you. I know you said before you don't want to give away too much, so I really wish you well in everything that is to come for you. I hope that this helps you in a way. I don't know um, how, how how much you market on YouTube and on TikTok, but I definitely wish you everything all the best and really just a heartfelt thank you, my man. So I really want to say thank you and definitely all of the best coming. I said it, but
I know it's never the same.
it's never the same, yeah. Can go. Yeah, so just in summary, again, we had a bit of a technical glitch here. Sorry, the Matrix is out to catch us. I just want to say a heartfelt thank you, really, for sharing your space with us, inviting us into your home and workshop, sharing some of your methods. You gave us, I mean, a demonstration as well, your knowledge, and just a bit of a peek into who you are and what you do, you know. Also, as I said before, you own a business, so you're driving the bus, but you took the time to come and take and have a chat with us, and I really appreciate it, my man. So, as you said off camera, you're playing with your cards close to your chest, as they say. You don't expose too much of the plans for the future. I don't know how much advertising or posting you do out for the business on YouTube or on TikTok, but I really hope that this helps you. Everything of the best, and I really hope that the best is still to come. So I'm gonna say thanks again. I'm not gonna say goodbye. I'm gonna say until next time. Keep up a good work, my man. Cheers, guys. We out. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Beat Freak Media, Brag with the Brand podcast. I'll leave Mr. Bevan's details down below. He's on Facebook, Instagram, and on TikTok. I'll also drop. You have a poster for me, no? Okay. I'll drop a poster with all the details down below. I'll check you guys soon, eh? Thanks for tuning in.